Hey everybody, welcome back to the Carryandcur YouTube channel. And if you're new here, I sure do appreciate you stopping by and watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Also, check out our Instagram at Carryandcut and our Patreon at Carryandcut. Really do appreciate all the support from the patrons out there. All the proceeds go directly back to the channel to buy new knives and new equipment to hopefully make the quality and the content better for you guys. So we got the tools out. You know what that means. We're doing another disassembly and maintenance video. This is going to be on the Kizer LP EDC. This is another one of Jimmie Crowe's knives. And if you guys missed a full review of this one, make sure you go back and check it out. This is a pretty fantastic knife for the price. We're looking at under $45 for this thing, and it is an excellent liner lock action on this thing. Check that out. So we're going to try to mimic that one. That's the exact same action when you take this thing apart, lube it up, and clean it up, and see what's making the inside of this thing work so well. So we're going to need two drivers on this, T6 and a T8. Let's go ahead and start tearing this thing right apart here. We're going to start with the clip side. Take this pocket clip out. We got T6s here, so always need to make sure you're being careful with your T6 screws. And we're going to see if these things are the exact same size and length, which it looks like they are. Always like to see some Locktite on there, so they did a good job on that one. Alright, we'll keep on going right away here. And our clip side was going to be our show side. So our show side is going to have our captive pivot, and our normal pivot's going to be on the, I guess you could say, working side of this thing. So let's go ahead and rip this thing right apart here. We're going to go ahead and take out the pivot first. I guess you could really start any way you'd like to, but I'm going to start with the pivot. So we're going to put our pivot over here on this little side right there. If you guys are interested and in need of a new disassembly mat, this knife joy mat is an incredible tool that I have grown to love. Really do like this thing. It makes disassembling your knives so much easier. Alright, so there goes that part right there. Here goes our actual liner itself, and we are looking at ceramic bearings just like I figured we would be. Alright, so we can pop that dude right out of there. They're going to be looking the same on both sides. Let's go ahead and keep taking this one apart. So there's our actual pivot itself. We do have a D-shaped captive pivot. Love to see that. It's going to be my favorite. Alright, nothing crazy going on in there. We do have our stop pin. We'll go ahead and throw him up there. We could probably just go ahead and stop right there. I don't see really much of a need to take anything else apart. We'll just go ahead and leave this scale on, but we do have the whole inner workings of the knife exposed right now, so that's going to be nice. Let's go ahead and get some alcohol going on here on a Q-tip as I just go ahead and spill over the whole entire alcohol container. Gotta love that. Good thing that was off camera. You can kind of see the bottle up there. Go ahead and wipe that one out. Same thing on this one here. Go ahead and get some on the liner or the scale. Really do love this color, and of course this was a JG10 handle originally, and Jimmie Crowe did his knife magic on it and went ahead and did his famous dye job on it. Jimmy does a fantastic job with all of his knives. He does a great anno work and everything like that too, so I think he ought to start a little pocket knife shop and do his own custom mods on stuff. I think that would be pretty cool. Jimmy is another union man, and he is retired, and he's just loving life. So props to you, Jimmy. Really do appreciate all your support and all your help. I gotta clean this up, sorry guys. Alright, show must go on, right? Alright, so now we got this thing taken all the way apart here for the most part, other than our barrel spacers we left in there. So we got a blade, we got a liner, and our other handle scale. We do got two pivots or two bearings right there. We got our stop pin and some hardware, so there's really not a whole bunch going on with this knife, so that's not a bad thing. Really do like a nice simple knife. That Gonzo G729 video, if you guys watched that one, I just did a disassembly video on that one, and it really kicked our butt, that's for sure. It shouldn't have to be that difficult. So sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles, and it works that way. So we are going to be putting our, let's go ahead and slide our pivot in just like so. Let's check this side here. Oh, we're going to be going on this side. Like this. There we go. So our pivot's going to be coming in through this side. We have our little captive area. If you guys can see that right there, that little D-shaped dude. that is where our captive pivot is going to ride in, so we can make sure you orientate that the right way. Go ahead and slide that in just like so. You know, it almost would be easier to take this thing apart all the way and finish it from this side or start building from this side. So let's just go ahead and tear this apart and keep on going. You want to make sure that you're getting everything installed correctly. So why don't we just go ahead and keep on keeping on right there. So there's one of our barrel spacers. Same thing going on here with this one. Another barrel spacer. And our last T6 bolt right there. T6 screw, I guess you could say. Alright, go ahead and rub those down, get all the oils and all the nasty off of it. Alright, now we're getting somewhere, I think. You know, we could almost just go ahead and take the pivot back out of there for now too. Let's go ahead and get our Locktite out. Get a little bit of goo on this first T6 here. Just like so. Little dab will do ya. Alright, we're going to go ahead and thread this dude right on into our barrel spacer just like so. Nothing crazy. We're just tightening initial tighten down. I'm not going to torque anything just quite yet. A little bit more on there. We got to put our other barrel spacer in there, dummy. Alright, get that picked up. There we go. I always like to do like a quarter turn backwards, like back it out just to make sure you get your actual fastener set in there, because you do not want to strip out your T6s. That could be a big nightmare. Alright, so there we go. We got that part started so far. Now we're going to go ahead and take our little bit of KPL going on here. Just put a little bit on the back side here. And we're going to go ahead and slide this right down over top. Just like so. Put a little more in here. Might as well just put another little dash on here too. I guess it's going to be this side. So there isn't anything crazy going on with this knife. It just has incredible action right from the get-go. So there is nothing spectacular about it. Maybe they just use really good bearings, or their knives are just, you know, built extremely well, and I really do like that and appreciate it. Alright, so now we have our actual lock side. There we go. That's how you can kind of see how we got some good engagement going on here with our actual lock bar. So with your liner lock, as you work your lock bar over, it's going to unlock the knife just like so. Big dummy me, I forgot to put our other bearing on there. Hopefully you guys caught that. It should be so darn difficult to get off there. Come on, booger. There it goes. Alright, a little bit of KPL in there. Throw that down on. Just another touch, a little bit more there. Same thing there. Alright. Now we're rocking and rolling. That kind of looks like a pretty cool setup right there, how it is. Alright, now we are going to be going on with this part. Let's go ahead and get some more Locktite on this side. You could start with the pivot if you want to. It's completely up to you. I think that's actually personal preference, really. Not going to matter either way, I'm not thinking. This is pretty similar to any other liner lock knife. If you guys have actually messed with your other liner lock knives, I think that they're probably the easiest to put back together, unless it's a QSP. Sometimes those kind of get the best of me when I'm trying to get the blade centered up. I know that QSP Penguin I had, there's just so much hardware going on with it, and sometimes they get just a little bit wonky. Alright, get our pivot. Put a little doodab on there. Alright. And snug that down a little bit, nothing crazy. Let's go ahead and Definitely needs to be tightened down more than that. Whew. Alright. Oh, that's completely false shut. Check that out. Alright, perfect. So we did, let's go ahead and snug it up just a little bit more. There's some knives that they're actually like, you know, properly made from the factory and everything just lines up just perfectly. You can even snug them down a little bit more and the action works pretty well. So really do love that. I think we're pretty good there. Let's go ahead and tighten up the rest of our screws here. Sometimes like to go crisscross either way. Alright, let's check our centering still. Perfect, right down the center, right on the money. Action is still incredibly good, fall shut. Let's go ahead and set this thing up for tip up right hand carry. That's how Jimmie prefers his knives, and so do I. A little bit of Locktite going on there, just like so. Throw our clip in there and snug these down. Alright. And that is how you disassemble and maintain your Kizer LP EDC. Definitely a very simple knife. Nothing crazy going on there, and definitely a fun one. So you guys don't be afraid to take your knives apart. It's a good learning experience and fun to do. So until next time, really do appreciate it. Thanks.